everybody, this is Alexandra and I'm an instructional coordinator out here at Fort Selden, and as you can sort of see behind me, we have got some excitement out here. We've got some preservation work that is taking place on our ruins, specifically on the Company Barracks portion of the ruins, and today I wanted to introduce you to some of the people who are doing that preservation work, particularly Eric with Avanyu General Contracting, and I'm going ahead and flip the camera around and let him show you some of the work that we have been doing on the I've not been doing it, some of the work they've been doing on the ruins out here. It's been really amazing to see. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around, introduce you to Eric, let him introduce himself. Hi Eric, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So can you tell us what your company is doing out here?
I'm with Avanyu General Contracting, and we're out here doing some basal stabilization repairs to the ruin walls. And here we've erected a shoring to keep up the wall, because this wall is like leaning way out of plumb to this side, so we don't want to have any collapse while we're working on the base. So this is all for our protection, and so the wall don't collapse on us while we're doing our work. So this we put up yesterday, and the guys have prepped all this area, so we got to start our repairs. Some of it looks in pretty good shape. It's just the walls leaning, you know. So we're gonna do our best to stabilize this space.
So you've dug into the ground a little bit.
Yeah, we've removed a bunch of wall fall, and as from over the years they've done repairs and it's been falling, so it's been gathering on the wall, holding in the moisture, and it's been wicking up, causing this damage here. So we call that capillary action, where the water just keeps wicking up. Sometimes there's salts in the soil, which there seems to be a lot of salts in this soil, and it just erodes the adobe away.
Do we know where that salt comes from?
It's probably coming from the ground and all the soil, and you can't actually regulate it. We try to use horse manure to regulate the salts in the soil. So
interesting.
When we make the new adobe. So here we did some repairs yesterday, where we dug out just like that, and then here it's a little bit more extensive. We had like 4 inches of depth that we had to repair. So,
and you can see that they've put new adobes.
New adobes were set in there, and we have these shims holding up the rest of the wall, because on top we'll put a dry pack. So we don't want to put mortar in there, because if we put mortar, it's going to shrink, and then our work's not going to bond to the wall. We want it to be structural as well as keep the wall, giving the wall more base.
And these are the shims.
Wood shims, yeah. We tighten those as the mud shrinks on the bottom to keep our mortar joint, or this void, from falling, I guess you could say. We're trying to fight gravity with that. And it's the same way all the way through, pretty much. This whole wall is pretty extensive repairs.
Wow.
We have this other shoring up, where we have put the other day. This is pretty much ready to come off. We've done a second coat of mud plaster.
And why are these covering?
We have these covering so we can slow the dry process down. We have lime in our mix, so we don't want the lime to dry out too fast. Otherwise, once the lime dries out, it doesn't give it the strength we need. We want it to dry out as slow as possible. The wind kind of dries it too fast, so it's trying to block the wind and the sun.
We got a lot of wind out here.
Yeah.
It's beautifully calm right now.
Yeah, it's nice now. And we've done all this whole section of wall. It's all second coated. And all the way to up here, we're all second coated. We started finish here, but we had some issues with the lime turning our plaster too white, so we're having to put pigment, which the guys are probably getting ready now to start making a mix, so we could do some finish on this.
Yeah, we'll walk over there and take a look at that. Yeah. We've got tons all the way through the barracks here, you can see.
Yeah, we had that wall shored up too.
Which wall?
This wall was shored up. It was pretty bad too. And then right here on this side or the other side was real bad. A lot of damages. But now it's ready for another pass. Today we'll probably give it a third coat of mud plaster.
How do you decide what needs how many coats?
It just all depends on the depth of the damages. So all the the damages pretty much dictate our repairs.
Mm.
So if we have a damage of more than 4 inches, then we have to use Adobe bricks and infill with a Adobe infill. And on this other stuff, it's not too bad. Like over here, it wasn't too bad. We just put cobbling, Adobe cobbling, and it's like a 2-inch depth.
Yeah, and you can actually see this is the white coloring that the lime plastering is that he was talking about. You can see that it's a very different color from the original wall, and so that's the pigment that he's talking about that we've had to test to have the coloring match just a little bit. But we're heading over to the far east wall. On the other side of that wall over there is where the test walls have been done.
This is where we began our work on this wall. We started work on this wall when we first came, so all this is all ready for finish all the way up to that point. And here we have our 2 lime plaster, or mud plaster with lime amended. So we have a 3% lime with 150 grams of brown pigment, 100 grams of yellow pigment, and we mix all that with our lime in our lime putty. So then that gets put into our mud mix, which is a 20 liters of soil bucket.
Very cool.
So here's our mixing station. We had all our Adobes, which we thought we needed. Not too much extensive repairs, but we're just going to stack them and set them off to the side.
And you can see the rest of his crew over there with the stack of Adobes. So we're really grateful to you guys for having been here. Thank you so much for walking us through this and showing us. We really appreciate it. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera bound. If you guys have any questions, just be sure to let us know. We'll try and answer them as best as we can. But thank you so much for joining us on this little walkthrough of some of the preservation work that is taking place here on our barracks. And we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.